forgot about that. Okay, so you want to do it one time?
Okay, let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Yeah! Okay, so Naya's a very close friend of mine. I literally have in my notes, introduce Naya, make allusions to how we met, and how a science major and a music major might have so much in common and became friends. And I don't know. I mean, cause like we always talk about like how we have friends in our majors or whatever, but we get along so well not because of our majors, but just because like we just click like that. And that's why I always appreciate our friendship.
It's just a good balance.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
We
anyway.
complement each other very well. So today I hope they can teach me some new things, some more new things at least about your major and just like, cause you're music education. You are music
MUED.
You're
MUED music education.
Yes, that's what you are. Cause like you want to teach high school, middle school, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Because I don't interact with kids that age. Because like I'm like as an SI leader, I interact with kids like our age, and like I can relate to them like way more. Like I talk to them like because like I am the same age as them. Like I'm only a couple years older because like I teach like freshman classes.
Yeah.
And I talk to them like straight up like, hey, like we're gonna do what you want to do. These are the goals I have laid out for you. Like you gotta know this. Do you understand this? Like I collaborate with them basically. I set objectives, but I also work with students in that way. But like at the end of the day, we're still having like interactive goals with each other, right?
Yeah.
So how does that compare with music? Because like, does that mean that you guys have goals in your lessons as well, or is it more like free reign?
Yeah. So to elaborate on it, so what we do is that we always have a lesson plan, and within that lesson plan, there are always like standard goals. So right now we're with beginners. In my class particularly, so they've already been told like the foundations of things, but our goal is to elaborate on them and build on it a little bit more. So I can tell you currently right now, our lesson plan, so yesterday, because I taught yesterday, we are going through a certain book, and one of the passages we're working in, we are trying to make sure they understand what key signature they're in, make sure they understand the notes they're looking at, most importantly. Like right now we're doing a lot of kind of exercises and drills with like notes. What we did yesterday too is that we were trying to explain like the concept of like eighth notes, and they were a curious bunch, and they were wondering in like the certain passage we were playing what a certain time signature was, which was common time. It's just represented as a C.
That's 4/4, right?
Yes, 4/4.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what made me happy is that one of the kids actually already knew what that was.
Like I did.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So what I did was that I just let her explain to the rest of the class what common time was, or what the C represented when they looked at it. Because a couple of them, they were like, what does that mean? But we're like, we'll get to that. But yeah, those are kind of like, goals. To give you a kind of idea. But yeah, lesson plan. We have a lesson plan.
We do have goals.
We have weekly goals. That is to summarize it.
Yeah. Thank you for enlightening me on music education, because like we're both girls who just like work hard for like very determined and very like workload things, but at the end of it all, like we both get satisfaction from like saying, I'm proud of this project.
Yeah.
Like you're like that with your music, I'm like that with like these, mini arts project, or even just like with like my science like classes, like having that satisfaction of like, oh, like I know this concept, and like I know like I can better improve the world with it, with like my future career as a genetic counselor at some point. That's what's important to me as well. Yeah, I mean, thanks for talking with me. That's all I can say.
Anytime, kiddo.
Don't call me kiddo. What?